this is turning out to be a big problem. So guys, as I'm sitting in front of the TV set earlier tonight, I was watching September 5th, the movie about the Israeli Olympic team that gets, knocked off by a bunch of Palestinians. Anyway, so I'm watching the movie. Pretty good movie, by the way. Ben Chaplin's in it. And I looked at Ben Chaplin. I'm like, damn, he got old. But again, not the point. So I'm watching the video, and I'm looking at it, and it dawned on me as I'm thinking about it. I'm like, wow. I don't know where I saw that, and then this conversation started, but I was thinking about the depopulation of the planet. Again. And this, guys, has been going on for decades. Now, a lot of us seem to think that the depopulation of the human race started within the last couple of years. No. It started decades ago, and I even believe it started with Rockefeller when he went and took medicine and changed it from natural supplements or natural ingredients, to chemicals, right? So once he did that switch, and he knew that a lot of the chemicals weren't going to work, a lot of the chemicals, in fact, that were being used were just a mask. Masking your problem, not curing your problem. And knowing that, he says, well, okay, it's going to keep them coming back for other things. And here we are. Pharmaceutical company is a, billion or trillion dollar industry. They are putting everything and anything out in the market. If you are a hypochondriac, you are their favorite customer because you're going to be there for everything they have to offer. And people are. I am 47 years old, and I have not one single prescription to anything. Nothing. I know guys my age and younger who are on high blood pressure medications. Some guys are diabetic or pre-diabetic. Guys are taking an asthma pump, all this other crazy shit. And I'm like, something's wrong. So now, fast forward to 2025, and now I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this thing started a long time ago, and this was the master plan. Now, one part of me is trying to figure out why they want to depopulate the planet. One side of me is saying, well, maybe they did the math, and they looked at it, and they're like, shit, this planet could be overrun by humans, and whatever year they looked at it, could be overrun by humans. Let's just say 2100, right? Or 2110. And there's going to be too many people on this planet. And so to stop that, let's start doing something about it now. So by the time we get to that point, everything will be normalized and people will just think that, people are dying off for various reasons. And then you start thinking deeper. You're like, well, now why the major push? Why all of a sudden, guys, people are getting sick left and right? There are people who are getting sick with cancers, Mr. C's, at stage 4 like that. First sign of pain or discomfort, they go see a doctor. The doctor's like, yo. Even doctors who are finding these findings or finding these cancers in people are looking at their MRIs or their imaging or their blood tests and going, what the fuck? How did they get this in that amount of time when he was just here a year ago or 2 years ago and there was no sign of it? And now doctors are convincing themselves, well, maybe we missed it. Not likely. So, of course, guys, now we're watching people get sick out of nowhere. And there are a lot of people who are telling me in the comment section that they know people who didn't take the arm ticket who are coming down with stage 4 cancers out of nowhere. So some people are saying that it could be Mr. 19, COVID itself. That it very well could be that causing the problem, as well as the arm ticket, which is compounding the situation if it's actually both. Now you're looking at people who are healthy, but are still getting different ailments, neurological disorders and neurological diseases. So now you're like, is it the food? So now you come off the food, you start eating natural, you start taking whatever medications they want you to take because they say it's going to make you better. But then you start having other problems from the medication. So they give you another medication to combat that medication so that you feel better only for a short window of an hour or two. But then you start feeling like shit again because the other medication A that you were taking for the original problem starts to kick in and make you feel like shit. And now it's helping with that other problem that you were having. Let's say dickitis. You had itchy dick syndrome. And now it's helping with that. But now you're lethargic throughout the day. You're tired. and now your dick won't get hard. So now they give you something else to combat that tiredness and the lack of, hardness in your penis. And so now you're taking that. So now you have two drugs in your body battling it out with each other, and now you're getting sicker. Now, I said before in my live stream, the planet used to have every cure was on this planet for us. I believe, and now more than ever, that God made the planet and put every single cure or natural cure known to man on this planet. And of course, we got rid of it because we ransacked rainforests around the world. Amazon rainforest being the biggest one, and then the other rainforests, we ransacked that, burned through a lot of the shit, destroyed a lot of plants that are now extinct that could have helped us through a lot of the problems we're seeing today. So the depopulation part now is starting to make more sense because more and more people are becoming sick and then dying. And a lot of people are developing stage 4 again so fast that they don't even have time to actually do anything about it, and they're passing away within anywhere between 6 months to a year from their finding. And it's happening to a lot of people. Now, of course, somebody's going to go out there and be a nerd and do the stats and be like, well, it's not technically true. There were 4 guys in my firehouse in the last 2 years that came down with Mr. C. And forget about the rest of the department. There are guys all throughout the department getting sick with rare ailments and or cancers. And we have never seen this before, or we didn't see this 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. You did see some guys with cancer here and there, but now the cancer rate on the job is through the roof. And some people will be like, well, maybe it's the smoke that we're breathing, or it's the bunker gear we have on. All of a sudden, within the last 4 years, all of a sudden it's catching up with all of us. Not making any sense. Now, with the depopulation, guys, we also are combating the chemicals in the food, the chemicals they put in the animals we eat, the injections or the chemicals, they inject into these animals. The fish that we're eating now have microplastics in them. It seems like no matter where we turn, there is something around the corner ready to end us or give us a new disease or give us a neurological problem or give us cancer. It started decades ago, and I am more convinced than ever that depopulation started long ago, and they've been mapping it out ever since. There's been a notable decline, guys, in the psychosis of people, and behavioral issues are on the rise. Again, because of food, maybe the water, the air, the stuff that they're injecting into all these kids. There is definitely a problem, and I think we're starting to see, a lot of us are starting to notice more that this depopulation thing is real, because everything they're doing doesn't make sense, and people try to sit there and go, well, they're trying to help out. Really? They're putting shit in our body that does not belong in it, and any chemical that is made in the lab does not belong in the human body, period. But natural medicines do. Pink sea salt, pink Himalayan salt, sea salt, that belongs in the body. The herbs, the vegetables we eat belong in the body. And not all vegetables, by the way. There's sort of this new study going on about certain vegetables that are not good for humans because vegetables have a way of protecting itself and it releases some chemicals. Again, that's another conversation for a different day. But still, for everything that we need naturally in the body, it's available to us, and that's all we should be eating and taking in. Not a chemical that was made in the lab by a man that was like, it should help. It should mask the problem. Again, guys, this is something that I'm just thinking about. Now I'm noticing it, and I'm watching more and more people get sick. I'm watching more and more people pass away. And the numbers are getting higher and faster. And we're going to see large groups of people start passing away over another year or two. You're going to see a lot of people get sick as well. It's going to get close to scary. I think, in my personal opinion, it's going to get close to scary when we start seeing droves of people pass away. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Prepper channel.